This video is brought to you by Sayorite. Visit Sayorite.com for all your project supplies, tools, and instructions. In this video, we'll show you how to install the Sewable boat vent pole cap. This vent will prolong the life of your boat's upholstery by helping to prevent the growth of mold, mildew, and bacteria that can come from moist, stagnant air under your cover. Here, Brian is measuring the underside of the Sewable boat vent to ascertain the required hole size for the cover. This boat cover used to utilize a snap to help keep the support pole upright. However, that snap for the support pole did not allow for ventilation and is not nearly as secure as the Sewable boat vent will be. A 3.5-inch diameter hole needs to be cut in our cover fabric where the new vent will be installed. We will be using the Sayorite canvas patterning ruler to draw our circle on the fabric. The fabric must be laying flat so that the ruler can go around the perimeter easily. Then we'll cut out the circle. This boat cover already had several layers of reinforcing fabric sewn to it to help reinforce the snap installation. The large flange surface, which will be sewn, eliminates the need for additional fabric reinforcement, thus saving you time. Since ours already had it, we will obviously not remove it, because having reinforcement fabric is always better than not having it. On the underside of our boat vent, we'll be placing a double-sided seam stick to the large flange. You can see here two flexible flanges. The fabric's edge will be pushed into the lip of those two flanges. We have not yet removed the paper transfer from the seam stick or double-sided tape because first we want to push the fabric's cut edge inside the lip of the two flanges. Wow, that looks great. Did you know this boat vent is made from a single molded component that is UV stabilized? There are also no screw-on parts that may come unscrewed, and the boat vent will never slip since it will be sewn to the cover. Now the transfer paper on the seam stick is removed. Why did we use seam stick? Well, to help hold it in place while we sew. But more importantly, if we sew through the double-sided tape, it has a tendency to expand slightly when exposed to heat, and that helps fill the needle holes, helping to prevent water wicking through the needle holes. To prep for sewing around a circle, notice Brian rotates the vent counterclockwise prior to sewing. This makes it easier to sew around the circle, as the fabric moves more easily in that direction. It kind of works like a wound-up spring that wants to go back to its natural position. Now we will sew the vent cap in place using the Sayorite Ultrafeed LS1 sewing machine, the world's best portable walking foot sewing machine. We will be sewing around the flexible flange surface with a straight stitch about 6 millimeters in length. While Brian is sewing around the perimeter, let's talk about the design of this vent. The flexible cap aligns with the load, preventing premature fabric wear. Since the flanges are soft and flexible, they will not cut into the fabric as other vents often do. Notice that when Brian needs to reposition the fabric, he buried the needle so he doesn't lose his spot where he stopped sewing. And at the beginning he did some reversing, and here at the end when he comes on top of the previous stitches that he started with, he will do some reversing as well to help lock the stitch in place. The Sewable boat vent pole cap is now installed. However, Brian wants to sew a second row of stitches into the flange. That's not necessary, but he likes to go above and beyond. From the underside, here you can see the camlock support pole being placed in position. Now the boat cover is being installed, and Brian inserts the support pole under the cover into the vent's opening on the underside. Then he snaps the cover in place. For a cover to work properly, a tent-like peak is required to help keep water from pooling on the fabric.
Going up.
The Sewable boat vent pole cap aligns evenly with the load. Using Sayorite's camlock support poles, which can hold twice the weight of the standard thumb screw support pole, now you can rest confidently that you have the best vented support system available. Order the Sewable boat vent pole cap and the cam lock support pole from Sayorite today. It's your loyal patronage to Sayorite that makes these free videos available. I'm Eric Grant, and from all of us here at Sayorite, thanks for watching.